Yo guys, what's going on? So, I've been getting asked on Twitter a lot who had the best submissions or who at least were my favorite submissions. Instead of answering that multiple times on Twitter, I decided, what the hell, I'll just make a video on it. So before I talk about that, I just want to say thank you for 7,000 likes on my submission. I was not expecting that at all. It's now my most viewed and most liked video on my channel in a matter of 3 days, so that's absolutely insane. Support's been great, guys, so honestly, thank you for that. As far as favorite submissions go, number one spot easily would be Agony. Reason, not just because he's a good friend, I'm friends with both of them, I have been for a long time, but just because their RC was really good. It stood out. That was the thing for me, is that it stood out the most. It had face cams in it, which is something that I could easily say like 95% of people didn't do in this RC. It had face cams on every single clip. You obviously got his reactions in them, and that was one thing that really stood out for me. He's been working his ass off for 3 years to redeem himself, so I think after 3 years, if you're still holding the grudge against him for one little thing, I know it was stupid, but nonetheless, it's been 3 years since, so if you still hold a grudge, this is just anyone, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of childish. But anyway, Agony had a really nice submission. I'm really happy for the dude. He's doing really well. His channel's blowing up again. Another person that comes to my mind is Revexy. Justin, I've known him for a while, so once again, this is not just because I've known him, but his submission was really good too. I know he didn't play too much the second week of the RC, but nonetheless, his RC was really good. It was very high standard. The kid's got a really fast shot. I'm sure you've seen him because I've done a bunch of videos with him as well on my channel, but he's one of the submissions that really stood out to me. Another would be Obey Rye, because he's 21 years old, he's a college student. I understand what it's like to be a college student. You get loaded with work. I know a lot of my fan base is somewhere like in the high school range, but believe me, when you get to college, you really do have a lot of work. You don't have a lot of time. And for the amount of time that Rye did have, he did hit a shit ton of really high standard clips. And on top of that, he did a very nice vlog. He didn't half-ass it. And I feel, what I mean by half-ass is I feel like a lot of the vlogs and submissions that I saw, people kind of base their answers off of others' RCs. And it just, I don't know, it didn't like seem as if it really came from the person. It seemed as if like they were just trying to quickly answer it and get it over with. And Rye's vlog I really liked as well. Another person I really liked as far as vlogs go and clips was Dirty Envy, and I mentioned him before the Phase 5 RC even started. He had a very long vlog. I think it was like 16 minutes or something. But the thing I liked about it is that he really did explain his reasons why, and once again didn't really go off what others did. Another person that instantly comes to mind as far as clips goes is Obey Vita. He had a very high standard submission, which is one thing. I noticed a bunch of people used quad feeds in it, and obviously it's your RC, you can do what you'd like. Maybe you just didn't have luck with the bangers. But he once again didn't put any fillers in his RC, and that was one thing I really did like about him. As well as his vlog was pretty good. I'm not really going to talk too much about trick shotters specifically because I'm not a trick shotter myself. I don't really know the standards for them, but the two people that do come to my mind instantly would be Brio and Zymesy, Era Zymesy and SoaR Brio. They both had really good submissions, in my opinion, and especially Brio. He went into this RC as a fan favorite, and he's really proven himself. His RC was really good. So once again, and I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but every single person that I do mention will be in the description of the video. I would say probably the last person that comes to my mind would be SoaR Ruler, I would say, because his RC was once again pretty long as well. It was pretty good. His first clip was really nasty for his GF5 clips. And he was once again in the top 20 last year, which shows that he is trying. He didn't give up. So I think the gameplay just ended, so I'm just gonna cut this off. But there's a lot more submissions I know that I missed. For example, like Fear Tog, he had a really nice one. I'll try to scramble through it and find all their RCs and drop them all in the description. But Anyway, those are my favorites. Obviously, you guys have probably have some different favorites as well. So comment and let me know what you guys think, who you guys think deserves top 100. So anyway, have a good day.